We all want to feel seen, heard, and valued. So why is it that as women, we start feeling like we're becoming invisible as we age? If you are in your 40s, 50s, or beyond, and you feel like somehow you are disappearing, not only to those around you, but also a little bit to yourself as well, you are not alone. This is something that happens, I think, to all women. And it's never discussed. It's kind of whispered about. But today we are going to talk about why this is. And most importantly, what we can do about it. Maybe you've caught a glimpse of yourself in a mirror and thought, when did I become invisible? Or perhaps your opinion just doesn't carry as much weight as it once did, or your career or your roles are shifted or maybe even ended, leaving you feeling a little bit untethered with your identity and where you belong in this world. The truth is, you are not invisible. You are on the brink of becoming your most authentic self. The feeling that you are becoming invisible is not your imagination. A lot of this has to do with our culture and society. I was about 40 when I started feeling like I was getting overlooked. And by the time I was nearing 50, I even said out loud, I am literally invisible. Part of this is our youth-obsessed culture. Being young and beautiful and vibrant is the ultimate. And it is defined as worth, not for us as an individual, but as a collective society. Youth is powerful. There's also a real agism in the workplace. I mean, you don't have to be an aging movie star to feel the pressure of always being young, looking young, and that fear of getting replaced as soon as you start showing some wrinkles and gray hair. There are also a lot of physical changes that happen to women as we get older, which really makes us just feel not quite as we used to. Not so vibrant, not so lively, and I even feel a little bit awkward in my own body. Also, having caregiver burnout. As women, we really take on the brunt of caregiving, whether that's for young children and then older children or our aging parents. And this really takes a toll. When we feel like we have given the best part of our life in service of caring for everyone around us, many times we feel very depleted at this point. And of course, when our children may leave home, we go through empty nesting syndrome, which really makes us feel out of sorts with our identity. And when our careers end, something that we've worked for our whole lives and built our way up to what we have now in our career, and then it just ends. It really does leave us kind of floundering a little bit and gives us a feeling of being untethered with who we are. Part of feeling invisible really means understanding and processing the grief of what that feels like. I can only speak on my own experiences. As an aging, more mature woman myself, I look in the mirror just about every day and wonder, who is this woman looking back at me with her wrinkled face and sunspots and white hair? It is always a little shocking because in my own mind, I am still 30 years old. Also, grieving the body that once was. Of course, I am vain, like just about everyone is a little bit. And it's hard to see gravity take hold and not be as fit and muscular and slender as I once was. Also, energy levels. I just don't have the energy that I used to when I was younger, and that's hard to accept. There is the ego that gets involved when you are not being paid attention to. This is really a sore spot, and not that you always want to be the center of attention, but you at least want to be acknowledged as being in the room. And I kind of thought that with age, there would be, this time when, yes, I wasn't, the young, pretty version of myself that I was when I was in my 20s and 30s, but now I'm more mature, and therefore people will acknowledge that and maybe give me a seat on a bus or on a subway. No, they literally do not notice me at all. So that's hard. It definitely resonates with a bruised ego. The most beautiful thing about feeling like you are invisible is that this is a good indicator that it is time for you to find your voice. Find your own validation based on your internal compass and not external validations. Pursue new interests. This is the perfect time to throw caution to the wind and get out there and try new things that you've never done before, because that is the basis of living a full, well-lived life. Challenge the agism ideas and be the contradiction to those limiting beliefs. Celebrate your wisdom. Your life experiences and story has value, and it is definitely worth sharing to others. Reach out and speak and connect to other women going through the same thing you are, even though they don't give voice to it. I guarantee that we all feel like we are disappearing on some level or another. I hold a live weekly class for my members on my website. I would love to have you join me. You can go to connieriet.com. The privilege of a lifetime is being who you are. My beautiful friend, if you are feeling invisible, I want you to know that you are not alone in this. And I know it's painful and it really is hard on the ego sometimes, but celebrate it. Because this is an opportunity for you to become the most authentic version of yourself that you've ever been. What do you want the next years of your life to look like? You are free to choose any path that you want. Your value, your self-worth, and your visibility have nothing to do with your age or your wrinkles or your beauty or what society tells you. You are valuable because you exist. You are a magnificent woman. Have a beautiful day, my friend.